I want people. I should have to be at least the lacrosse logo. All right. Good morning. Yes, it is a late start. But guess what? It doesn't matter because there's an abundance of business. I don't care who's already called people today because I got skills. What's that guy saying? He's like, yeah, I got skills. What you got to say about it? No, is that what he says? Yeah, I got skills. What you going to say about it? I think that's what he says. So anyway, guys, all right, good morning. We are going to go ahead and get some FSBO calls, also known as fastest source of business opportunity by Miss Diana Kokoska. So we have a guest again today. I'm pretty pumped. Miss Mary Pereira, say hi.
Hi.
Whoop. No, okay, yeah, there we go. She said she didn't want to be on camera. So I just broke the rule for a moment. I thought she'd pop me in the back of the head. All right, so I have Mojo open. That's my source for dialer. And it's really not that much. Guys, just so you know what this stuff costs, right? It's $174 a month to have the dialer. And then for FSBOs per county, it's $300 for 14. Was it 14? Yep. $300 for 14 months per county. And then you have your neighborhood search. That's was that $240? Yep. $240 for 7 months. And expired data that is $600 for 14 months. Right? Don't worry about the bottom part. So it really breaks down to 22 and 35 and $40 a month for that information. So it's very much worth it, I'd say. Cool. So if you're wondering, Mojo's a dialer I use. The CRM I use is Follow Up Boss and KW Command. It's a little bit difficult to use both, and I'd rather in a year, I'd rather be 3 years into using Command like I will be than 0, right? So, all right, we'll jump into FSBOs, jump on the dialer and get rolling. I'll put on the difference. I don't like my big face in here, so I'm going to be out of here. If you make a comment and I don't respond, that's because I don't have the screen on. If I pick my nose because I forget you're there, oh well. I just like to make fun of myself.
You already did.
I know. I did. I picked my nose. Oh man. By the way, I'm 41. I'm finally going to walk into an ENT. Like, I have an appointment. My wife says, I think sometime this month. Like, if you have any idea, like I've been sniffling like this and had issues like this since I was a kid. And I think it's just because of being born as early as I was. And my nose is probably just not, I always say it didn't fully grow. Because I was born it was like 2 months early. Yeah. So I say that was my issue. But I don't know what it's like to live a day with a normal nose ever. So I'm a little weary. I'm scared I'm going to walk in and they're going to be like, oh yeah, we can fix that.
Your whole life.
Yeah, fix you right up. All right. So I like to have Mojo go to my cell phone, not where I'm calling from, because I use a desk line, guys. I don't like to use my cell phone. So I use a desk line because I like to dial like this. Right? Just like that.
Just like that.
And that landline shows as Keller Williams.
Okay.
So, and I don't like to have the line I'm using constantly ringing with people dialing me back. Beep, beep. So I tell voice, I have the caller ID displayed while I'm calling as my cell phone. Good news is then it's all on my cell phone. I make sure my cell phone's off, which is another good thing to have, is your cell phone silenced while you're lead genning. So you can choose to pay attention to your phone or not. Fact is, if you pay attention to your phone while you're dialing, you'll want to answer to see who's calling back, right? Now, there are probably varying thoughts on this. Here's the thing. Since I have multiple screens here, I can have another Mojo open.
Yeah.
And that way, if somebody does call back, I have another Mojo open, and I'm here in reports. So I have a report screen open for today. Okay, right now it's at 0. So I just have that open. If I'm on this dialer dialing, the danger is while this is dialing 3 people, if you push pause, it's not going to pause the ones that are ringing at that moment.
Okay.
Like there's a chance those people can still pick up, right?
Right.
So you've got to ideally pause this in order to answer this call, or else you may get caught with a call here and a call there, right? So that's why I don't mess around with shutting off the that's why I don't mess around with seeing who's calling me as I'm dialing.
Yeah.
I used to, and it would mess me up with just so yeah. I say let them all go to your cell phone when you're done with the dialer. And the other part of this, Mary, is, we've talked about this, right? So this is yesterday's. I have 7 good contacts yesterday off the dials that I made, and see how I have FESC across there.
Okay.
Right? FESC, that's follow-up boss, email, subscription, and card.
Okay. Yes.
Right? So I used to just write their name down and keep going so that I didn't have to stop. And then I would want to go back later and do all the work. And I found that I was letting that get really behind.
Yeah.
Right? So lately I've gotten better at, I have, follow-up boss open on this side.
Mm-hmm.
I have Mojo going here, and hopefully, while I'm taking notes in Mojo, maybe because for now I'm in Mojo, I'm taking the notes. All I have to do while I'm on the phone with them is worry about putting in the notes about the questions I'm asking. And then, so now when I hang up the call with them, I don't go right onto the next call after writing their name down. I hang up the call,
Mm-hmm.
and then I take the time real quick to jump over here to Mojo, hit add person, and add their name, email, and add them to follow-up boss with their address and notes, and copy the notes from here to there,
Mm-hmm.
and then set a reminder based on whether they're an A, B, C, or D seller or buyer,
Mm-hmm.
and then dead lead it in here so it doesn't come back into my dialer at some point. Right? Dead lead trash in Mojo.
Okay.
The other, right? So now that's why you see,
Mm-hmm.
every one of them, I at least got them in a follow-up boss. Subscription is paperless agent.
Okay.
So I have a new article campaign I have to put out for this month that I just received.
Okay.
All right, so here's my contacts for now, 1,086. So now anybody and everybody I connect with, I just make sure that they get put their name and email in here and added to this.
Okay.
So now here's a new month. I have a new article, a new campaign that's getting ready. I have to produce and put out, and they will get it, right? Cool.
Yeah.
So now all I have to do today at some point, see, I've gotten most of these people done. What I haven't been doing lately is the card, is stopping to write a handwritten card.
Sure.
Thanks for your time. If you need anything for referrals, like getting your gutters cleaned or sump pump fixed, broken toilet, whatever you need, just freaking call me. You want them to think of you when they have an issue of any nature. That's what I hope my people will do. And it takes me consistently asking them and throwing ideas out. Maybe having each day come in and writing a few different types of businesses from the yellow pages up on the board. And then I can be what do you need? Do you need this? And at least it's I don't have to be creative in the moment. I can just kind of be creative ahead of time. I don't know, but by giving these people ideas of ways that you can help them. I'm trying to help a guy find a job right now.
Nice.
What's the other guy needed? Anyway, I'll
Toilet.
what was that the other day? Oh, drywall, framing, and bathroom work. What is that? I've got to figure that out. Okay. Okay, the message you drop will be drop message. Drop message is I have 3 lines dialing. If I'm on the phone or if a voicemail comes on, I don't want to sit and wait for that voicemail and then leave a voicemail.
Mm-hmm.
This is a pre-recorded message
Nice.
that doesn't tell them everything, doesn't throw up all over them. Ready?
Right.
Hi, this is Brandon. If you would give me a shout back, my number is 616-202-2802. Hope you're well. Bye.
So I literally just try to, I probably should change it again. It sounds a little deep. I want it to sound a little lighter, like I'm somebody they know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, you did. Yeah. It's good though. Less is more.
And then the callback message. You know what? Here, let's do this. I might fail at it in front of people here, but that's fine. Record by phone.
Yeah, forward.
That's right. Oh. What did I call that? Let's see. Drop. 001.
Please record your message after the beep. When you are finished, please press any key to continue.
Hi, this is Brandon. I would fail right in front of everybody on the first try is what I would do. And I don't know, it's probably going to record it anyway. Go away.
Website here.
I would do that, wouldn't I? I don't know how to delete it. Look at that.
It's gotta be in there.
Dang it.
So, you'll get some callbacks.
We'll call it try 5.
Please record your message after the beep. When you are finished, please press any key to continue.
Hey, this is Brandon. When you get a chance, give me a shout back. My number is 616-202-2802. Hope you're well. Bye. That's more like what I usually did, right? So I want to sound just affable, almost like I know them, and give me a shout back, and I'll get a lot of calls back off of that. I really will. My phone will ring. Let's see. So I have a lot of messages later that day that I'm not sure who you are, Brandon, but yeah, callback message. Okay, so I'm on the phone, or it's ringing. I'm on the phone with somebody. It's ringing on the other lines, and one of those other lines picks up, right? This message plays.
Hello, this is Brandon. Hello? Hello? Something must be wrong with the phone. I'll dial you back in just a moment. Sorry.
A little too much of a pitch there, but just a moment. But that's what they hear, right? So then what happens is when this line hangs up, when I hang up with the person I'm on the phone with, it shows calling back over here, and it shows me the person they're calling back, which means that person picked up.
Okay.
They heard my message, and it's time when they pick up this time, it's time for me to say, can you hear me now? And I'll get a yes out of them in the first 2 seconds on the phone.
Nice. Yeah.
That's
Oh, okay. Okay.
so your message is the callback message is basically you acting like you're saying hi, but you can't hear them, and then saying, okay, hey, I'll just try it right back.
Yeah. Nice.
That's what that is. Cool. I stuck with 5 rings for a long time. What do you think? How many times does the phone ring before it's, I mean, is 5 too many?
Before you pick.
Before you consider that it's a no answer.
Oh yeah, I'd say 5.
5 is good?
Yeah, I would say 5.
That's what I go with.
Yeah, I think that's about right. I would agree with that.
Now you can use a calling script in front of you, but I don't really pull it up because I've got mine here.
Mhm.
Though the script that they would pull up is almost exactly that script. Start click to call. Nah, that's when people want to review the property and the leads and all that stuff before it dials them. Just get on the phone. Here we go, FSBO City.
Okay.
So I still have an MLS open because a lot of times I'll be calling somebody who was listed recently. And if it's a listing that was recently expired, was on the market for 300 days, now it's a FSBO, I have a pretty good idea. Do I have my forward on? No. What's happening? There we go.
Using your touchtone phone, please enter your PIN number. You are now logged into the Moto dialer. Please press the start button on your screen to begin calling.
Oh, this guy filled out all my seller homework.
Nice.
Yes.
Hello?
Hi, good morning. My name is Brandon. I am here in Cascade area. I was calling about a house I saw on Faro. Do I have a good number?
Yeah, this is the owner of the house.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good. Hey, I own Vidal properties here, and I like to keep in touch with the properties that are off the market, just in case I find a buyer. So I guess I was curious if I can find a buyer who's interested in the property and writes an offer that you're okay with in the end. I imagine you're all right with a buyer agent fee in there, correct?
Yeah, but I had a buyer's agent bring a buyer for over asking, and I accepted last night.
Oh man, congratulations! That's good stuff. No.
Yeah, it went real quick. It was crazy how quick everything went.
Wow.
With this whole deal, I listed Saturday evening, and obviously Super Bowl Sunday was kind of quiet. I got the call, but I had like 5 list showings on. I had 5 showings on Monday, 2 more yesterday, and I had the offer Monday night. So.
Wow.
Yeah, went quickly. So.
No, good for you. And so, are you doing all the work yourself, or do you have somebody helping you with the transactional work? Or.
So the buyer's agent is helping out a little bit, but my dad's a commercial realtor. A buddy of mine's a real estate attorney. I've actually taken real estate classes years ago for educational purposes.
Oh, okay.
I was looking at buying rental properties. So I was pretty, and I've been involved in some commercial real estate projects and stuff. So I kind of have pretty well versed compared to your normal for sale by owner type of person.
Nice.
So,
good for you.
I also have an attorney that can do all my paperwork for me for $500. So.
All right, that's easy.
Yeah, so I had all my ducks in a row prior to going into the process. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
Like I said, kind of a different, not your usual for sale by owner. It's almost like, in a way, it's almost like for sale by owner by a realtor, but I don't know.
Right. Have you ever thought of actually?
I've been offered.
Have you ever thought of?
I've been asked 4 times.
Oh. You've been asked about what?
State.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, have you ever thought about just getting? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Please
not
go.
bad.
Please
I
go.
have one lady who keeps calling me. She's like, "Will you come and talk to my agent and sit down with her for lunch?"
Wow.
So it's yeah. I've considered maybe taking a week's vacation and going and taking the class again and and actually getting the license and finding some place to hang it and kind of doing it part time until because it takes a good year to really get going in the industry. So I was like, well, I have a good career. I'm mobile. I work from home, so it's something I could do both until it gets rolling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, actually, it's a great job. You can put a toe. You don't have to jump full feet into the pool. You can just kind of put your foot in. Get your license. Let your sphere know that you're doing it, and you'd be amazed how quickly you find out a buddy of yours wants to, sell, and he wants to go buy a house first. So he calls you, and here's this $400,000 house he wants, and you go show him one house and write an offer, and you're looking at $12,000, $13,000, $14,000 for one.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that happens to some folks in the first.
And then you sell his house.
Yeah.
And make another little bit on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely. I've often thought about even looking at the commercial side of it too.
That's fun. It's big dollars there. I mean, your dad knows, right? I mean, that's what he did. It's just a longer cycle, longer, bigger Ferris wheel.
I'm used to the long sales cycle in my industry. So for me, like the longer sales cycle isn't a big deal. But so I'm building a house up in Croton, Michigan. I'm on Croton Pond on the water. And so I thought about if I did it, I would just start out by trying to list lakefront homes up there. Start that route.
Easy enough.
Homes, houses that people come to buy, have cash and want to buy them as second homes. Just start there, and then maybe dabble around in a little commercial up there too, because you could probably do both up there pretty easily.
For sure. Well, I tell you what, I know how to help you. Here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to connect with you socially and/or online. If you find me on YouTube, in my descriptions of my videos, there are links to how to get licensed for $99 instead of the $299 that most charge. You can do that in your own home on a 40-hour pre-licensing online course. You don't have to come into the class for a week.
You don't have to go sit in it.
No, my man, I can.
You can actually fit it into your schedule. So I can use the evenings.
Yes.
Type of thing, right?
Yes. My name's Brandon Vidal, Vidal. Do you mind if I ask
Give you my email address.
Sure. I don't even know your name. What's your name?
Oh, Travis.
Travis. Okay, one sec here. Travis. What's your last name, Travis?
Steiner. Steiner.
Okay, 1 second here. Okay, what's your email? I'll shoot you my stuff and we can connect. All right. Travis, so most people I talk to, I always ask them what I can give them as far as a referral. What do you need in your world for a referral today, from diamonds to transmissions to babysitter, or your mom in Tennessee needs her gutters fixed? What do you need in your world?
Actually, the only thing I'm going to probably need here pretty quickly is I'm going to have to look up my well and septic to have that set.
To have at the new spot?
No, here.
At Faro, so
since I'm selling, I have to pay for the septic check.
I got you.
Sale. So
I got you. I'll shoot you a couple options of my best guys today.
Cool. I appreciate that.
You bet it. You bet. And then the other side of that is, what do you do for a living? Maybe there's a way I can bring you business and referrals.
I manage the eastern 32 states of the United States for a food manufacturer. I'm their business sales manager, and then I'm also the corporate chef for them. For who? Meat alternative.
Really?
It's called the Jackfruit Company.
Jackfood?
Jackfruit.
Jackfruit.
One word.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Interesting. The only thing that rings a bell is I've got a guy that runs a deer farm and has some incredible venison he needs to get out to to
Okay.
keep getting together. But you're not really in that. That's not.
I like to shoot. I like to shoot deer.
Hey man, he's got some of the biggest, gnarliest
I
things.
I don't eat it.
Yeah. All right. It's called White House Whitetails in Ravenna.
Okay.
Biggest, gnarliest, genetically grown monsters you've ever seen in your life.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you ever want to go with it,
Sounds like my backyard here. Where I'm at, I mean, I'm pretty much, I have like 4 people in my radius that hunt, and it's just, it's me. I had 3 bucks in my backyard 2 weeks ago, still with their antlers on.
Wow.
Yeah, big ones too, like
Well,
6 and 8, 10 pointers.
Well, a lot of them were probably heading right over to Honey Creek to, just stay along the water.
Yeah, well, the back of my property is this creek, and then I have the lowland. So basically, the 3 acres behind the house of my 5 acres is like basically their home. About 4 o'clock every day, about 15 to 20 of them roll up to the fence where I have fence for my dogs, and they'll come right up to the front windows of the house and start stomping and looking around, like thinking that, they're going to find some food. It's interesting.
Just open the window and go hunting.
They'll come up and they literally look through the windows trying to find me. It's the strangest thing. I don't even, I feed the birds, and there's a little stuff that they like in the bird feed. So now they've realized that there's a source around there.
Oh yeah.
So I don't put any bird feed out. They're like, hey, what up?
They're bold deer. I like it. Well, Travis,
Yeah.
I will.
Like I said, there's not many hunters, so.
That's cool. No, it's a lot of woods. I know. I'm actually looking at an overhead. Interesting. Well, I'm glad I connected with you. Congratulations on the sale. If anything comes up during the pending that's like a sticking point or a hurdle, seriously, just consider me your buddy in the industry. I help a couple. I helped lead a team that helped over 300 families last year, and the average agent helped 6 people. So, I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. How's that commercial go? We cover a thing or two because if it comes, if it comes up, just call me, ask me, I'll give you feedback. I'll help you navigate through things, and I won't ask for anything in return. Okay.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
All
I'm
right.
definitely interested in seeing what that online course is all about, because that sounds like something that I could do in my own time, evenings and weekends, to get it done, and then go take the exam. And because then it's just finding a place to hang it, and to get started so you can get out. Because once I have it and it's hanging somewhere, I'm going to be wanting to go make some money on it in my free time. That's just the way I operate.
Right. And at some point you might want to
put in the effort. Plus, it comes in handy for buying your own.
That's what I was about to say. Yep.
Probably just for rental.
It's exactly what I was.
I want to buy some rental property.
Yeah, you stole the words out of my mouth. I was saying at some point I know you're going to want to, build some residual income, and why pay the commissions, right? Why not make money off it? So, so here's what I'll do. I will also help you pass your state exam. I've done it for about 9 folks now, and the only one that didn't pass on the first try was my wife, ironically. But I think she got it in her own head. But no, I can help you pass. I'll give you some practice exams that we paid for. Give you copies of that stuff. Really just be a mentor. I know it sounds interesting because we just met. I'm moving a little fast, but no, I can help.
Yeah, and like where I'm moving is going to be Lake Country, so it's like 45 minutes out of Grand Rapids. So I could be a representative and take over a whole northern corridor. You know what I mean? And still, I got a lot of connections in the city still, so I still do rock business down here, but really get the lakefront property, because that's where it's at. Because that stuff just, people come in, set the vibe. It's a whole different sales process. They know what they want immediately. So,
No, you're right.
Hitters.
Well, hey, I'd like to seriously. Can I find you on LinkedIn and Facebook or okay?
I'm on LinkedIn. Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm going to connect with you there and try to refer you to a few things that I'm doing, and I'd love to connect with you in person sometime and just see what we can do, what I can do for you, and learn from you, and just connect if you're open to that. Cool. All right. All right. Well, I'll be in touch. It's very nice to catch up with you, Travis. Congrats.
Yeah, nice talking to you. Have a good one.
All right. See you, bud.
Yeah, see you. Take it
Bye.
easy.
So there's a great reason why I'm glad I recorded this.
Yeah.
So
There's so much in there.
I could have hung up. He said, hey, I just pended it.
Mhm.
I could have totally hung up.
Right? There's so much in there.
So Miss Mary, tell me why it's good for you. Why do you feel it was good that I didn't hang up?
A whole conversation developed from there, and you learned so much about him. And by learning about him, you two connected, and will continue to connect. There's points of follow up. There's points of referral in there. There's points of future business in there, and recruitment, all in there.
Right.
All in there. That's what I saw,
Right.
for starters.
I don't know if this is him. He doesn't.
That flannel looked like hunting. Trees.
I mean, trees by his house.
Mhm.
So I like to message right away.
Good idea, actually, to see.
Executive director lives in Tokyo. That's probably not him. California. No. Now again, this is in like John Lowell. Okay, so let's choose location. Let's try that location. That's probably going to be him.
Yeah, that's
So if I
probably-
go here to LinkedIn, yeah, there you go. Regional National Territory Manager, Zone Business. Yep, that's him.
That's him. Nice.
Pleasure meeting you. Halfway. I'll 100% be in touch with online course info. You can also find all details in description on any YouTube video on my channel. I don't want to go through all that. 100% online info. I told him I'd get in touch with him, so I'll 100% be in touch with online course info and look forward to a root beer one day soon. Kindly, Brandon. Okay, so I did connect with him on Facebook. I found him on Instagram. Not message. More, connect, add a note. This is me being thorough.
Super thorough.
Talk to you soon. All right. The Jackfruit Company. So that's
Okay.
his company. I'm going to go ahead and follow it. He's going to notice that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one thing I could do if I wanted to is just jump on there real quick, scroll down just a little bit,
Right.
and just start. I mean,
Right.
just, you know,
Totally. Right.
look, I'm moving. Okay. Is that it?
That's funny. Well, that's what Jackfruit is.
You know what I mean?
Sorry.
I mean, that's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
And no. Let's put Joe and waiting for. Okay. So look,
Yeah,
if you
sir.
go too long,
Didn't he?
what?
Did he answer your message?
Oh, no, that's somebody else.
Oh.
Okay. So agent lead also. Boom. So now. Yes, I'm sitting today, people. So there's proof. I didn't start my calls today until like 10 after 10. I know there are agents out there calling at 9 o'clock this morning, 8 o'clock this morning. Sorry. Like, did I get down on myself and say, "Oh, everybody got in touch with everybody. I don't have anybody to call now." And I didn't look at the first call I got as somebody telling me that they've already sold as a negative. I pulled so much value out of that, gave value, and I'm going to continue to add value. There's a person right there that's, if I just hung up, I would have never known he was willing and interested and been thinking about getting his license. There's so much. Gary Keller would tell you, go find another agent. Like, it's not about recruiting. It's about doing for others what you can and bringing them into the business. And what's better than being able to make money off that also? That's forever. That's the way I look at it. So I'm going to jump over here real quick and stop wasting time. Let's see. Travis. Oh. Wait a minute. I thought I had a. Yeah. There we go. Agent Lee. Yes, I'm still dialing. He's in follow-up, boss. So, agent lead. I'm gonna jump here real quick. Okay, connected in every place. Good. So now he's not a sale lead or anything. So I'm going to set a reminder just pretty soon to probably we'll do like tomorrow evening. So now I know I put a task on him.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want to make sure I dead lead him here and trash him.
Mm-hmm.
Dead, and then the other view is here. You got to hit trash. So now he won't show back up in my dialer. I can mark him as a contact. And we're off to this lady here.
Larry,
Hi, my name's Brandon. You said this is Larry?
this is Larry.
Hi, Larry. I was calling about a property I saw in Remington. Is this the right number?
Yeah,
Oh, hi. Okay.
yes it is.
Hi, Larry. All right.
You
So,
called me last night?
no, sir. Nope. Nope. Just
Okay.
just calling the first time. Just figured I'd check in.
Okay, 'cause somebody called me last night and was going to look at it today. I thought maybe that was you too. I didn't know I was waiting for a phone call.
No, that's quite all right. Well, I wanted to touch base and introduce myself. I own and run Vidal properties here in Cascade, and I like to keep my eye on the market, the items that aren't on the MLS, the for sale by owners and stuff like that. So I'm curious if I can find a buyer who likes the property and let's say they write an offer that you're okay with, the math works out and it's all great for you. I imagine you're okay in paying the buyer agent fee 3%, correct?
What? The what now?
The buyer agent fee of 3%.
Do you work for a realtor or are you an agent or what are you?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, you didn't hear me. Yes, I own and run Vidal Properties. It's a real estate company here in Cascade where I live.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, because somebody else said something about, I had one guy call about it. They're an agent or something. I didn't know what that meant.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. But, yeah, I would
Men in
be
Black.
interested right now. I'm going to try to sell it on their own, and probably seen I've got it on an open house Sunday, and we'd rather go that route if we could. Get as much money for the house for 10 because it's my mother's, it's not mine, and I got her in a nursing home right now.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, when you're 98, you gotta
Wow.
be someplace,
Oh, I get it. My wife's dad just went into hospice, and I get it.
Oh yeah. That's what my mother's under, is hospice care
Gotcha.
right now.
Gotcha.
But right now, I'm not interested in going through a real estate agency.
Oh, that's not what I was.
Be after some.
Oh, that's okay. That's not actually what I was asking. Actually, yeah. And I'd love to know more about that. And what I'm curious about up front is, let's say I have a buyer, and that buyer is looking for a condo in that area, or property in that area, and I bring them and they like it. If they want to write an offer, then I'm sure you're okay in working with a buyer agent. You're okay with working with a buyer who's represented.
I would say, I guess. I'm not sure. You're talking if you bring a person through and they like it, then you're going to get a 3% cut of the total price of what the house is sold for. Correct?
Right, because overall, what you're trying to avoid is, a realtor who wants to charge you 6% to sell it, and if they sell it and the buyer is represented, then they give 3 of those points to the buyer agent, so they split theirs in with the buyer agent. What you're trying to avoid is, at least the 3% to a listing agent, right? So most sellers say, I don't want a listing agent, but if you have a buyer, I'll pay your fee, right?
Right.
So that's kind of where I'm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never sold a house, so I got somebody calling me now.
That's probably another. It's probably another realtor.
That's what I get a lot of calls.
Yeah, it's a good thing though. I mean, we help a lot of folks.
If you've got a person that's interested in a condo and there's no other realtor involved, then your cut is 3% of whatever the total sale would be, correct?
Right.
Okay.
All right. So then I'll make sure that I keep my eye on this, and I'll let some folks know, see if we can't find you a buyer. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then so 2 things. One, I receive offers from attorneys and realtors using the wrong purchase agreement quite a bit. It was updated recently with some revisions. So if you have an email, Larry, I'd be glad to share the revisions and the new purchase agreement, the West Michigan purchase agreement, so that you can make sure when you receive an offer that it's the proper purchase agreement. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
You can send that to me. You want my email? Pencil there?
Correct. 1 second here. Yes, please. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I will drop the new documents to you with the revisions page so you can see what actually was changed. And I'll include the lead-based paint form and the seller's disclosure form that you'll need to fill out either way, right? Whether no matter whom you sell it with. Okay. So I'll send those also. Here's my question, Larry. You were about to say that for now you want to stick tight. And at some point, it sounds like you'd be open to talking to somebody like myself. Is that what I was hearing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how?
And there's somebody through my wife that if we don't sell it out of the loan, I haven't met her at all. That might want to list it for us. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So here's what I'll do. I'll match my motivation with yours, and I'll check in on you to see what I can help you with, because you may get some offers, you may get some weird requests. Just consider me your Marine nephew in the industry, and I'm going to be there for you without asking for anything in return. Okay. Now, in my email, I'm going to attach a couple of things I'd like for you to look at. And this is what sets me apart from most every other realtor out there, is you'll have an attachment with my welcome kit and my marketing plan, and one other attachment that I use to make sure my sellers are involved in the collaborative effort. So when you review those things, what I'd like you to consider is whether it's 20 days or 60 days, when you're ready to interview, I'd love for a chance just to interview for the job. Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, Larry. What do you need there checked? I've got a ton of referrals: roof shingles, gutters, gas line, bathroom leak, anything at all you need checked?
No.
Nothing. Okay. All right.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Well, good luck this weekend, and I'll check in next week, see how everything's going. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye, Mr. Larry.
All right.
So I felt a little tiny disconnect there at the end. That's okay. I wanted to get I really wanted to make sure I got a couple more jabs, a couple more gives. I always want to make sure I'm asking what referrals they need. Wish them luck, right? So let's see how quickly I can do this. We've got Larry and Patricia. And you notice I try not to say a lot of personal information out loud, and when it comes to email time,
Nice.
I get here because I don't want their, FSBO expired.
He was interested at the proper documents. That's when he volunteered his email.
Yeah.
That was good.
And I could have
Didn't ask
gone,
him.
I could have gone another route, which is our 156, our special for sale by owner program, 156. Hey, for 1%, I'll give you exposure to the MLS. So I'll put your listing on the MLS for 1%. Now, I got to get with my buddy Justin Moorhead and see how he does that, what he shows for cooperating percentages, because I'm not sure how he does that. But what he says, I'll put it on the MLS for 1%. You keep doing what you're doing, marketing it at a high level.
Right.
And you look for a buyer yourself. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And my sign has to go in the yard because it's on the MLS.
Right.
And when you find the buyer for that same 1%, we'll handle the transactional work. not 2 total, for 1 total percent. We'll list
Mhm.
it and handle the transactional work. Okay.
Nice.
Now, if during that process, my team brings the buyer, then we'll take 5%.
Yep.
No. If the market brings the buyer, then
From
we'll
the
get
MLS.
right.
Yeah, right.
Then
From the-
we'll no. Let me get this right. It's 1% for the listing, 5% if I bring the buyer. Then I'll take 2 and give 3 to the buyer agent, right? And if the market produces the buyer, then we'll go 6%. 3% to me, 3% to so it's a 156. And as far as I know, Justin says that the majority of the time they don't sell it, and the market does. So you wind up usually getting the 6%, the 3. Yeah,
Nice. I like that.
I gotta figure out how to do the cooperating percentage. All right, so now I do have her name here, but I'm gonna put his name for now. And put hers down here. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop them in real quick. So we got Larry. I was like, wait a minute, did it go away? Oh, what am I looking for? So I want to see if it's. Oh, it's not their home. It's other. That's right. It's his mom's. I don't know if it's actually going to show that. So I named them. A lead is somebody that I've met with. For me, it's somebody I've met with, and and they haven't signed yet.
Yep.
Like that to me, that's what Gary says. That's a lead. Otherwise, they're a hot prospect or a nurture. So for me, I just call that a hot prospect for now. Source FSBO. So probably not going to find Mr. Larry Schaub on Facebook and
Right.
LinkedIn, but you never know. Might be a grandpa. Oh,
Larry's.
this looks more like a. I don't know if that's him. What do you think?
I don't think so.
It's awesome. Yeah, that's that doesn't even look like a Larry Shaw.
No, it does not at all. I don't even get that.
That's awesome. This is probably him.
Yeah.
Oh, no, maybe not. This is Schab. SCHAB.
Yeah.
So, like I said, he's probably not on.
Or his wife. Well, you didn't talk to his wife.
Yeah, the mom's probably more likely to the grandma. Grand Rapids, not Leelanau. Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, wife may also. Oh, I meant to put open I should have, but I didn't ask is how long do you think you'll go until you interview? I did tell him I'd check back weekly.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's the trick with FSBOs is you got to call back every week.
Believe that.
I wanna dance with you right now. You're my within is what's on fire. See anybody? I don't expect any comments. So.
No? All right, I got 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Well, 7 minutes. And then I'm gonna do some bold homework with Judy, who was here the other day.
Oh.
Hello.
Well, hi. My name's Brandon. Is this the house on North Terrace for sale?
Yes, it is.
Hi. Is this is it Jeannie? Hi, Jeannie. My name's Brandon.
Right. Hi, Brandon.
All right. All right.
What can I do for you?
Well, I wanted to touch base. I own and run a real estate company here in Cascade, and I like to keep my eye on the properties that are off the MLS, right? So I was curious about yours, and I noticed that it came up, I guess, only like less than a week ago. Is that right? Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
And so I do have a couple people that are looking mainly for a condo. Their big thing is they're in their 80s, and Mrs. keeps falling down, but she won't let go of her baby grand and her organ being on the same level. How much?
If she doesn't need the dining area, then she could put her baby grand in Oregon. Yeah.
So
First floor.
on the first floor, is that 2,600 square?
Okay.
No, please go ahead. You said what?
Or she can keep it in the. There's a huge open area in the basement, also living area.
Yeah, that's so her thing. She's really trying to find a place where we can have both of them on the main level, so she doesn't have to worry about going up and down stairs. So yours is,
Okay.
even though it's 2,600 square feet, that's total, right? It's not 2,600 above grade.
That's correct.
So what is it above grade? Like 1,200?
Yes, I think it's 13, and then there's like 11 something downstairs.
Brick. I
So
do
it's
like
a
that.
master bedroom and bath, and the den is upstairs also. So if she didn't need the den, she could put the organ in there. I mean, there's room for an organ in there.
Well, I do know we need. That was the other thing. Yeah, we do need 2 bedrooms on the main, so he can sleep in a room near her. Dang. Well.
Oh, okay. Well, then they
Yeah.
have to turn the den into a bedroom.
Yeah.
Because the other bedroom is in the basement.
Well, I like what you did with the decorations and a few of the photos and the white cabinetry and the black countertops. It looks good.
Thanks.
Did
Thank
you have
My
it
daughter is kind of a
stager?
no. My daughter's like a semi-professional photographer.
Okay.
She did, yeah. She set it up and took pictures for me. She's very good.
Okay. Yeah, she did good. I would there's a couple really good photos in here with her framing. I use a professional photographer that really just beats it into us, about the way to properly photo. Yeah, there are a couple great photos in here, so looks good.
Yeah, she's pretty good. Plus, she's an interior designer.
Okay.
So,
So I see. It says seller's a licensed real estate broker. So are you an agent?
I'm a licensed real estate broker.
Are you really?
For anybody.
Well,
I
yeah.
have been all my life.
Have you really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. And so who do you work
I'm
for?
moving to Florida.
Or where? Oh, are you?
Moving to Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm selling.
Okay. And who did you work for? Like what group did you own or what?
I've always
What?
been self-employed.
Right.
I've always been self-employed.
So like you had your own agency, like the.
From the other side of the state, I had an investment company. I lived in Florida for 17 years, had a mortgage company down there.
Oh wow, you probably
My own real estate company.
you probably forgotten more than I
I've done
know.
it all.
Yeah, you've probably forgotten more than I know. Yeah. Okay, that's awesome.
Maybe.
Well, I like you've got some pep in your step. Have you ever thought about getting back into real estate when you're in Florida, like digging back in?
Oh no, I'm done.
I'd,
It's time for me to relax.
yeah, I'd love to expand to Florida to my brand, and
No, no, thank you.
I know I'm being facetious, halfway.
Halfway.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you're interested parties, you can make an appointment.
I'll keep my eye open. I'm not going to say that I think I do because I'd be fibbing, but yeah, with
Okay.
the guys that I was thinking without the 2 bedrooms being done, they're just I already know them, but I do
Okay.
like it.
Yeah.
So, is there, just out of curiosity, is there a point where, I mean, let's say you go 30 days with your place not selling, is there a point where you would consider somebody that's licensed? Are you still licensed here?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so
No,
you,
there's no, I don't want to list it or anything like that.
Okay. I just figured I'd ask. You never know. Crazier things have happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I can. I've sold many places on my own, so.
No, I bet.
I'm good to go.
No worries. No worries. Well, I appreciate your time. Good luck with everything, and I'd love to.
Thanks, Brandon.
You're very welcome. I'd love to maybe nurture a relationship with you, even if it's long distance, so I can be a resource in the future for referrals for you or a friend that needs a something fixed. I know a lot of people, and I like connecting with those that I talk to online also.
Sure. I'm moving to the Naples area. North Naples. I'm looking in. I just got back from Florida actually. I'm buying a condo down there. I love condo living.
Yeah, it's easy.
But it's easy, yeah. And I do traveling, so lock it up and go kind of thing.
No, I bet. That's why millennials love buying condos right now.
Exactly.
They don't have to do anything.
So yeah, North Naples. Then there's Bonita Springs, which is a real small town, and then Estero, which is the next small town above that. And then there's Big Fort Myers. So I'm looking more North Naples.
Okay.
Area right now.
Is your middle is your middle name Beller?
That is my maiden name.
Oh, okay.
That's
All right.
my maiden name. Wojciech is my married name.
Okay. Well, I found you online. What's that?
Oh, I was gonna say, do you know somebody that knows me? Because I did real estate on the other side of the state since let's see, I moved back in '89,
Yeah.
and I know a lot of people over there. I have a lot of contacts over there.
Oh my gosh, you're in a picture. Wait a minute, Jeannie. You're in a picture with my mother-in-law. This is weird. I'm getting tears in my eyes. What is happening?
I don't know.
Marcia Van Ness is my mother-in-law.
Marcia, I don't know her.
You're in a picture with her in Facebook along. I'm looking at the picture, January 10th, 2017. Looks like Happy New Year. Hats on your heads.
Oh my God, Marcia!
Marcia, that's my mother-in-law.
Oh my God!
How do you?
The Barb?
Yeah, Barb. This is.
Marcia's her good friend. Marcia's good friend.
Yeah, Barb was at my wedding in the Dominican.
Oh my God!
I'm literally wiping tears out of my eyes. It's such a small world.
That's hilarious.
Needless to
That is at had just that year moved into Beacon Hill.
Wow.
He invited me and your mom and the other gal, and we had dinner there, and then went back to her place and had cocktails and stuff.
That's
That is hilarious. It didn't ring a bell because I've only met your mother-in-law a couple of times, actually twice, probably on the walk for breast cancer for Barb,
yep.
and then that. I think that's the first time I met her. Oh my God. That's hilarious.
Well, needless to say, I've added you. I've sent you a friend request.
Okay.
I'll tell her
I
that.
have a nephew named.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
What a small world. Well, I tell.
Tell her. She'll remember me, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure she will. She has the memory of an elephant's patience. So,
Oh my God, that's funny.
wow. You know she was a nurse in triage in Vietnam, right?
I did know that.
Yeah.
We got to know each other quite. I mean, we talked about our lives that night.
Yeah, it's hard not to hang around Marcia. It's hard to hang around Marcia for long and not get to know her very well. She's awesome.
Yeah. Well, same here.
Yeah. No, you sound fun. That's what I said. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I'm glad we connected, and going forward, if you need anything anywhere you are, just think of Brandon and tell me where you are and what's needed, and I'll find it. Okay.
Oh, thanks so much, Brandon. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Find me a buyer.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best, and tell you what, I'd be glad to even give you some pointers on how to net the most with some of my abilities, because I've sold a couple hundred. I mean, geez, last year I helped lead a team that sold over 300 houses. So a couple little tricks and things I'll give, and I'll even give you my marketing plan if you want to pull from it and use from it.
Great.
Cool.
I appreciate
What a small world. Miss Jeannie, can I have your email and connect with you there as well?
Yeah, it's actually my.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said it's first name dot last name? Gotcha. WEGIENEK. Okay. All right. I'll drop you an email with some of my stuff, and then look for an article I do once a month on real estate stuff. See if you like it. Cool. I'm Keller Williams East, right in front of the watermark off of Cascade, Forest Hills.
Lives in there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good, Brandon. Have a great day. It was really nice talking with you.
You as well. You as well. Bye now.
All right. Bye-bye.
So awesome.
What? What? I was like, you're lying.
Like literally, so there's the value, guys. Have screens. Have extra screens so you can do other stuff. Like look them up online as you're talking to them. I did that. I found her, and I'm scrolling down looking at her life, and sure as shit, I see my fucking mother-in-law right here.
That's
Now,
stupid.
if she wasn't a realtor, this would be mine at some point soon.
Mm-hmm.
She's a realtor. She's got her license. I still told her, hey, without seeming arrogant, hey, if you need some pointers, like I still
Right.
wanted her to think I consider myself good, right? What a small world. All right, so let's see if well, you got to get going, you said, right?
I do have to go. Yeah, but man, show me how it's done. I want that to be in the video.
FSBO, I don't even know what to put for notes for her. She's just she's a realtor and knows my Mama Marsha. Keep in touch for and
Appreciate it.
you know,
Yeah, thank you.
you bet. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, we'll see you.
All right. Any constructive criticisms or ahas?
Me?
Yeah.
I
I had a yeah.
Don't let him get off the phone.
Hey,
How are you?
Hi. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I pulled the script off YouTube this morning. So I wrote it down, I was listening. I was like, all right, I got a door knock. I'm going door knocking today.
Good.
Right.
Interest rates have dropped. People should know.
First thing she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because
We're in
Mary.
the same group.
I love that, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we're in the same productivity group, so we're like, woohoo, so I'm going out to tell people. There you go. Give my
My door
card.
knocked 2 days ago.
Well, we did yesterday a little bit. Took a card, right? So took a card and had some neighbors sign it, and I got to send it and got a few. You know what? Just making conversation, right? Did I get anything
So
from
how
it?
did they like that? How do you?
Yeah, it was totally received. It was awesome. It was a great neighborhood. They had neighbors who were like, "Oh, I love this neighborhood. We don't want to sell, so okay, you know
Oh,
what?"
that's good. And you start to go, yeah, no, I hear a lot of that around here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So totally, it's just about getting really comfortable doing,
Relationships.
getting really comfortable doing what I'm doing, so that I sound slick.
I know.
You're so pumped. I love it. I love
No,
it.
I'm not. I'm so nervous. Oh my god.
I know it's nervous
Right,
laughter.
and-
Right.
You know, and honestly, the more you get out there and do it, it's just going to be easier.
Right.
You'll fall on your face.
Yep.
You'll stumble. You'll get lost for words at times. You'll laugh at yourself. You'll walk away going, "Why did I say that?" But then you just keep going, and you'll form a general approach that works for you. But I'm telling you, that welcome card, people go from, oh,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
So they asked. So Heather and I went together. So
I
they
told
asked.
you about that welcome and farewell.
I'm
cards.
down.
I have the tape.
Welcome
You
to
can-
the.
She
Okay.
recorded it.
I recorded it.
Okay,
So
cool.
we can.
Yeah.
I'll have to go out to my car to get my book bag. But what they asked was, they were like, oh, so one guy that lived like right next door around the corner from this guy, he was out walking. Beautiful dog. He was out walking his dog, Drew.
Mhm.
He said he'd already met the neighbor because he's right there, right? So
Okay.
the other neighbor's like, so are you the realtor? Who bought the house? I'm like, you know what? Not the realtor, but we just
Mhm.
thought it would be a really nice gesture since this is such a great neighborhood.
Nice.
Yada yada
Yeah,
yada. They didn't even question. They didn't even question it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that's a great idea.
No.
So
So
Nice.
I just take
That's
welcome and
perfect.
farewell cards. I ask the neighbors to sign them for the neighbor leaving and the neighbor moving in.
That's perfect.
yeah.
Then you tell them I'm going to offer the new guys a housewarming party,
Yeah.
and I'm going to
Perfect.
come around and invite everybody who
Yeah.
signed the card to come do what people used to do with their neighbors.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna send
Right.
thank yous. I bet.
And
I've
then
seen
you go
lots
home
of baskets, but I like that.
Then
Yeah,
you go
I like
home
that.
and you write thank you cards to everybody who
That's-
signed the card
Nice.
with your
Perfect.
card,
Okay.
and
And-
you say thank you for taking the time to
Oh,
get to know me and
perfect.
talk to me.
Yep.
When you need a to-do item fixed in your world, call me and I'll help you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect.
Like don't say
Yeah.
shit about real estate.
No.
Right.
But
Yep.
it doesn't
Yeah.
talk about a campaign.
Yeah.
They
Right.
see
Right.
you tell them these things, you get them to sign 2 cards,
Yeah.
you do a housewarming party. They're not even your client.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're just the neighbor.
And then they get a
Yeah.
card in the mail from you.
It's like
Mhm.
what? What?
Yeah.
So I have
Wow.
I have
I
75
know.
people
I gotta
to
drink
talk
more
to today. I
coffee.
had 75 people to talk to today. I'm just like, whoo, okay.
So you talked to 25 yesterday?
We talked to only 8 yesterday.
Oh, you mean before?
Yeah, before Bolt
Yeah.
tomorrow. Holy,
Yeah.
how many have you done?
I've done 60. Yeah, I gotta do like 40.
We're supposed to do 100 contacts a week.
You will.
You'll do it.
OMG, right? So that I'm gonna stay out as long as it takes. That's what I'm doing
You
today.
are, look at
So
you.
I'm so
Love
gonna.
it.
Dude,
You know
I
what?
came in here with a totally different. Yeah. Look at you. You got it.
Not now.
Yeah. You got
I have my big why. So I think that really helps a lot. Like when I'm feeling like really nervous, I'm like, I have the big why. So I have to get out and do that.
Mhm.
So
Right.
yeah. So
Exactly.
and I keep that in my head. Like that's my why. And it isn't about me.
Mhm.
It is about money, but it's not
Right.
about me money.
Right.
It's like I need money. I think I told you that. So I want money for my daughter
Mhm.
so that she can quit her job, so that she can start a real estate business in Virginia, so that she
Mm-hmm.
can do this, so that, like encourage her. So if she sees mom do it,
Did you
this-
get that on video?
this old lady, we on video? Oh my gosh. You know I hate that. Okay.
You can edit it.
I know. I'm hoping he's gonna do that like from the last time. So yeah.
Yes.
I'm very excited. We're excited. Brandon's awesome. Listen to him. He's got great information. So
We're gonna go fail forward now.
yeah, I have a script that from this morning that I wrote down. So
Okay.
all right.
We'll follow
See ya.
her.
Thanks for everything.
Bye, Brandon.
You're awesome.
Oh, thank you. You got it. It's the best. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. So that whole video there, that whole interaction with this lady was wild. Wow. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and data entry that. I have a couple other things I got to do. It's been a good video. It's been a little over an hour. We had a couple great calls. Look, they didn't produce anything today. And this is what it's about. I've got the email. I've connected with them socially. If I talk to you, I want to connect with you socially. If I connect with you on social, I want to talk to you personally, or meet you personally. It's just this overall campaign to meet as many people as I can. And so, and get them to think of me and impress different things on them that others aren't, and in ways that others aren't. That's kind of my objective here. I'm not selling the most real estate in the office. So I can't say that it's, this is how to do it, right? I can just say that this is how it seems to feel right for me. It's what's in line with the way I generally am with people. So I'm betting on that being what works. So, all right. We had another guest today, and then another who was by the other day, Judy, and so nice to have them around. They make me feel better. They make me feel good about myself, and they make me accountable. They make me feel proud. And I look forward to one day having a group of people like that working with me. And for right now, I'm still just growing the business on my own. So, guys, don't be afraid to make calls. Don't be afraid to keep talking to people. I keep saying it, stay in curiosity and come from contribution. I'm calling to help you in any way I possibly can. And I'm curious. I'm not pushy. I guess that's probably one of my better bits of advice. Thanks for tuning in. See you later. Oh, if you like this video, if you want to connect, if you want to cold call with me, role play, script practice, if you want to get licensed just like this guy today, I have ways of helping you. Just here in my YouTube down in the description, go ahead and you'll find a couple of sites to find where to take the online course locally to you, wherever you are. Doesn't matter where. And, give me a shout. If you have definite interest in getting in and you show me that you have the interest in getting in, I will invest in you. I'll send you a book. I'll coach you. I'll mentor you. And I'm not asking for you to sign up with me for some, annual cost for coaching and, $15,000 worth of value. All you got to pay is $2,000 right now. I'm not doing any of that. So I'm gonna go Gary style, and I'm just gonna give everything I have and help people get licensed and help people succeed and give them advice. If somebody wants to, if you desire, extra attention, you want to do something where you're giving me, 10% of your first 2 deals or 3 deals or whatever it is until you feel comfy in doing it all yourself. I'm open to talking about that sort of stuff. It's not what I'm going to try to leverage, though. So, just so you know. But otherwise, don't be afraid. You don't have to be 10. You don't have to be, you don't have to be 21 or 30, or you don't need any experience in the industry. If what you're doing in life, day to day, if you look forward to Fridays and you hate Mondays, then you need to talk to me right here about getting into real estate wherever you are. So I love my days. and I love what I do. This isn't work. It's not. I can sit here and work until midnight. Not everything will be finished. There will always be something left to do. So I find some peace in that. I don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. So I don't have anybody standing behind me telling me what to do. And I mean, what I make is directly proportionate to the effort that I put in. Right? How many of you are out there busting your ass for the man, day in, day out, same thing every day? And you have no chance for improvement, no chance for a job, an increase in pay, no chance for, being promoted, no chance in making more money. If that's what you desire, why in the hell are you sitting around waiting for something to change, right? So I said it on the phone to the gentleman I was speaking with earlier, Travis. You don't have to quit your job and jump right into real estate. You can get your license, let your sphere know about it, and very quickly, and interestingly enough, people in your sphere, if you let them know, they will do business with you. So when I argue for my limitations, I get to keep them. The end. See you later.